Hi, my name is Lee, and I'm from the United States, and this is my third time at the M-Cell Clinic. And honestly, there's no place on earth I would rather be, even in the middle of a global pandemic. We just had our second treatment. Well, let me rephrase that. It's day 2 of our 3-day treatment, and it just finished, and I already feel very good. And this time I brought my father, and maybe we'll put him on camera a little later. My first treatment, which was 3.5 years ago, was amazing. Literally 12 hours after the first stem cell that they gave me in an IV, I woke up the next morning and felt like 30 years younger. That feeling of feeling like sick went away. All of my problems pretty much went away within 2 weeks after my first treatment. So that was incredible. It lasted almost a year, and then I felt little things coming back, and I didn't want that anymore. Once you've been sick and then you've gotten well, you just are not going to accept feeling sick again. So I came back. It was 13 months after my first visit at M-Cell, and it's amazing, but the same bodily reactions and the same healing happened in almost the same order, which I thought was so fascinating. So on my second trip to M-Cell, I had another 3-day treatment, and the first day I always feel it in my spine first. I lay in bed with my eyes closed, and you're sort of half waking up, and you're just like, my spine feels so good, and you think you're 30 years younger, and you just have so much more energy. And then whatever your problem, for me, I usually have bladder and bowel problems, and those go away immediately. I have thyroid problems, and that goes away. On my second visit to M-Cell, everything went fine, and it was interesting in that everything happened faster. So on my first visit to M-Cell, let's say, I have this thing called Arthritis Day, where the stem cells fix my arthritis in my right side of my body. I have hip arthritis, knee arthritis, ankle arthritis, and it took maybe, let me think about this, maybe 10 days to have Arthritis Healing Day the first time I had the stem cells. And I can tell the arthritis is healing because it sort of aches in a funny way that it doesn't normally hurt like on a normal day of the year. So I know it's Arthritis Day. And interestingly, it fixes the newest arthritis first. And when that's done, then it moves to the next newest. And then it eventually works on the old. And so on my second trip to M-Cell, that Arthritis Day happened. I want to say it started 4 days after the treatment was finished. So that was really fast. And I was getting ready for work, and I could feel it fixing my ankle. And I was excited because I knew what it meant. I was like, oh my God, today's Arthritis Day. That is awesome. And I was getting out of the car at work, and it was already fixing my knee. And I said hi to everybody at work. And unfortunately, I share an office with my assistant, and she had a terrible cold, and I didn't realize it at the time. And by lunch, I had caught it, and I had an upper respiratory infection, and I could feel it in my sinuses and everything like that. So I got sick on the 4th day after my treatment finished. And upper respiratory infections, unfortunately, just sort of stopped the stem cell healing, and that is what I felt. So the first visit to stem cell, I had like a whole month of my body repairing that I could feel, and it was incredible. But on my second visit to M-Cell, I caught the upper respiratory infection 4 days after I finished, and my super healing, it sort of stopped. And that's something that can happen. And now that there's a global pandemic and we're all supposed to wear a mask, you should be very careful after your treatment's finished. On the day that I caught the upper respiratory infection, it was just finishing healing my knee arthritis, and it hadn't quite moved to my hip, and it never did move to my hip. But I still got a tremendous amount of healing from the stem cells, and I had a lot more energy that year, and I was never as sick as I was the first time that I visited. So you're always like better than the first time you came. For me, I think of it as you usually have like a month of super healing, and then you just sort of coast back down gently to a place that was much better than wherever you started. So I just keep coming back because I want to climb a little bit higher. So strangely, this life lesson seems to keep repeating. So today's my second day at MCell. I had a cold yesterday at the hotel, and I don't know why, very mild, just like, blowing my nose, a little bit of a headache, but we did a rapid test and it was negative, and they tested my father, and the whole clinic just had a rapid test and that was negative. So they've decided to give me spleen stem cells and more stem cells to sort of make that go away, and I think that it will. And so they recommend that I keep finishing my treatment here. So I had a stem cell facial yesterday, which makes me feel so good, and I love coming here. It's the best medical treatment that I pretty much think you can get for the money. It was almost an all-day medical exam yesterday, plus a massage, plus a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. There was something else we did. Oh, I saw the eye. I had an eye exam for the first time because I don't wear glasses, but I'm starting to, things are a little bit blurry, and I hope it fixes my eyesight. So I'm at the new clinic. I've been to the old clinic on the last 2 visits, so this is the new fancy one, and it's beautiful and modern and lovely. I mean, the old clinic was nice too, but this is wonderful. Coming to Kiev is such a beautiful experience. I love it here. I would love to spend a summer here. If you're thinking about coming, feel free to call one of the previous patients and ask questions. You're welcome to call me. You can usually reach me through the clinic or through the movie director Eric Marola. He made the documentary The God Cells, which is how I found out about this treatment, which is miraculous and has been life-changing. You can call Eric, and he will patch you through to maybe somebody that sort of matches some of your medical problems. And I guess the last thing is I've made 2 other videos for MCell, and just in case you don't recognize me because of the gray hair, I made a testimonial wearing like a green sweater, and I had just gotten here, and that was the first day of my second visit. And then Eric Marola came and filmed me at my office a month later, and I'm wearing an orange sweater, and you can just see the difference in my face, what the color of my skin, just everything about my body looks so much healthier. And those videos are only 30 days apart, so I hope you'll look at those. So anyway, MCell is amazing. This is literally the best medical care you can get. So thank you.